It's Luke and Naomi.
Welcome to episode 55, Luke and Naomi on air. Double nickels.
That's right. 5-5.
5-5. That's a lot of episodes. Thankfully, we're still doing this. Thankfully, we have listeners to do this for. Thank you all so much for coming back for the 55th time.
Absolutely.
Or the second time. Maybe it's your first time. Doesn't matter. Thanks for being here. We got a cool review this week. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'm going to not look at Naomi. I'm putting my hand up so I can't see her because I'm excited to see what her review holds and whether she liked this movie or not. I really did not know how this was going to go, so I'm trying to avoid any kind of facial reactions from
Don't worry,
Naomi.
I'm just staring at the wall right now.
Right.
I am not showing any facial response.
So after the passing
wait.
of Paul Rubens, if you're listening to this in the future at some point, this is a week after, or 2 weeks after now, a week and a half after Paul Rubens passed away. So we wanted to watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Naomi, of course, had never seen it. 1985. Watched that last night, and looking forward to that review. And other than that, we've got a pretty cool little announcement to make. A new little feature we've got. Officially, we can talk a lot more about it.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, you want me to talk more about it?
I do. You've done a lot of the legwork, the groundwork behind this one. So.
No, I just got with Ashley over at Fermental, our favorite little bottle shop in Wilmington, because basically it was his idea. It was his idea to do this. And we're like, you know what? This would be great. Yeah, this could be like an extra feature for us. And so we finally decided, it's time to do this. This is going to be great. So what it is basically we are pairing snacks with wine and beer.
And not just, not high-end snacks. We're not talking
no.
caviar and fancy crackers and junk like that.
Salmon. Nice salmon and crackers.
Yeah, no,
it's
not
nothing like that. So we're doing like Cheetos and pizza rolls and tacos from Taco Bell and a whole bunch of junk food that everybody loves. Skittles, just things that you eat already that you have in the house, your favorite snacks, but a beer and a wine that would go with those favorite snacks.
It's not the stuff that you're going to be dressed up for. It's the stuff that you're sitting around in sweatpants pairing.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So say you've got a big old craving for your favorite snack this week, but you want to have a beer with it also.
Yeah. So you might as well get a beer that actually goes with it.
And that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And,
the important information in your life.
Our friend Ashley is just our absolute guru.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a ton of knowledge.
He knows what he's doing, yeah.
And the pairings are going to be great. He's going to give us a beer that's going to be in the bottle shop that we're at when we're at Fermental and shooting the videos to taste. But he's going to tell us a style that you'll be able to go out and try for yourself. Say,
that's right.
If you're listening in New Mexico or, the Omaha area
that's
or
right.
New York or here
or Michigan or Wilmington or wherever you may be, you'll be able to find that type of beer where you are to be able to pair it with that snack.
And I'm terrible at wines, but apparently we're going to tell you styles of grapes to look for.
That's important
when it comes to this to the type of wine. We're going to do our best to keep all this junk on the low end, so you can grab a bag of Cheetos and go, oh.
Yeah, I don't want to. We're not going to pair it with a $150 bottle of wine because let's be honest. I don't know. I can't afford that. I think most people can't. I'm not spending $150 on a bottle of wine to begin with. That ain't happening, even if I had the money. Just no. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. So we'll have a video for you. I believe we're going to post that Friday night. We'll have that for you.
Definitely excited. It's called Sips and Snacks.
That's right.
We'll probably be doing it maybe once, twice a month to get going, and we'll see how it goes from there. And we're really, really excited, of course, because we get to eat and drink while we're doing it.
That's right.
But,
snacks, man.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to bringing that to you in addition to the podcast as
That's
well.
right.
Hopefully, eventually, we can get Ashley in here, sit him down, and get a little bit of his background, find out
his
how
expertise,
he learned so much about all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because you sit down and you talk with him, and he just... you're talking to somebody who knows what they're talking about, For sure. It's not somebody trying to make this up. Well, I think this sour will go with these Skittles. Sure, I don't see why not. No, it's like there's a reason behind these pairings, and it's awesome.
Oh, and he'll bring you deep too. He'll tell you why. So that's gonna be awesome. Really looking forward to that.
Friday.
If you're not subscribed to the Facebook page, following the Facebook page,
liking the Facebook page,
follow, find it somewhere. Make sure that you
put us on your top 8. You know?
Yeah, is that a thing?
That's MySpace.
That's a MySpace. that was familiar, but
really caught you off guard with
all
that.
my social media knowledge is just decaying with age. It's just
that happens
out the window.
Yeah,
absolutely. So anyway, make sure you're following the Facebook page. So we'll get you that. You'll see it as soon as we post it, and also little. I don't know, fluffing my own feathers. I don't know what phrase I'm trying to come up with there.
Own feathers. I mean, that works.
Somebody let me know. I've gotten back to working on the YouTube page.
Oh, well, congratulations. Everybody, round of applause.
My elbow and shoulder are sore from patting myself on the back for the last day and a half.
Yeah. So how many videos did you get up?
We are up to episode 46.
Oh, and you were at what? 20 something? Oh, okay.
I believe something like that. So it just, you got to render the video, you got to upload the video, and they all take, and I'm doing one of each at a time and then running back and forth and making sure I'm in the studio doing that. And then I was doing household chores over the weekend while I'm doing all this at the same time. So hopefully I can get the rest of those up in the next week or so. I'm committed.
Well, good on you.
Getting it done. And I've also moved all of our stuff over to YouTube's new podcast section.
Okay.
So you can now subscribe to our podcast on another avenue, YouTube. So make sure you check those out.
Make sure you're following us everywhere and liking us everywhere and subscribing to us everywhere. And I don't know what else you can do.
Turn on the notifications too. So if you subscribe, if you follow on the YouTube, you can get a notification every time we post a new video. So when our sips and snacks go up there.
That's right.
You'll be able to get
really
that
important.
notification
You're definitely going to want the notifications for those because that's going to be a lot of fun.
Definitely. Yeah. So some cool news there for us. Some good stuff this week. We were out and about this week doing some searching. We were actually trying to find hot mustard Doritos because we wanted more of them. We were thinking about doing that with one of these sips and snacks. Couldn't find them. But as we were doing all our running around over the weekend, the amount of times that the damn self-checkout thing has popped up the self-checkout, the tipping thing.
Oh, yeah.
And, so I'm expecting to see that at a self-checkout sometime.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
The amount of times we were at a self-checkout, this is where I was going.
But here's the thing. If that happens, does that mean you're tipping yourself? Like, do I get that money back?
So I'm waiting to see that there. But the amount of times we did use a self-checkout, I'm expecting to see the tip there sometime so I can tip myself.
Yeah.
But we use these things so much now.
Yeah.
Is there any actual real cash registers anymore?
Yeah, there's a few.
Manned lines anymore?
Yes.
So I bring the whole self-checkout thing up because I saw this today where a defense attorney has said self-checkout is a bad idea and you could, on the outside chance, get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't use self-checkout. And I wanted to tell you because I don't know. I mean, we generally will gravitate right to it.
Oh, yeah, because I'm not... 9 times out of 10, the one register that's open has a line. I can do the self-checkout, get in, get out, and be done. It's a lot faster if I do it myself compared to standing in line and waiting for somebody to do it for me.
So criminal defense attorney says you should never use self-checkout. I mean, that's an absolute. Only a Sith deals in absolutes, but that's just for my Star Wars friends. Yeah. She says it's too risky because you can wind up getting falsely arrested for shoplifting way easier than, back in the day.
Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely.
Obviously, stores, especially like Walmarts and stuff like that, have big security teams or, they're looking at cameras on some level and monitoring self-checkout like crazy. So if you accidentally take something, once they do inventory figured out, they can find it and have you on the tapes and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Or they could actually just make a mistake in inventory and try to, finger you for it.
Yeah.
Which is all crazy. So basically, the tips that this person has given are do like the casino dealer, make sure you're. And so it's like, why even bother anymore?
Yeah, absolutely.
So then she's saying, if you have to use it, use a credit card, get a physical receipt, and do small orders. How do we get people to do small orders and self-checkout?
Yeah, that in itself would be great because I'm tired of standing behind the person who is doing their monthly grocery shopping in self-checkout. Like self-checkout is get in, get out. You got 2 carts full of groceries? No, go to a line. Come on.
They have somebody doing the watching as you leave and kind of checking the carts and all that stuff. And I'm not talking about like the Costco. I'm talking like, Walmart has somebody standing there pretending to take care about all that.
Yeah.
Why don't you have somebody standing in the line going, no, you have more than 10 things.
Yeah.
Get the hell away from me. And then open up some actual cash registers for people who have a full cart of stuff.
Listen, that means they would have to pay more workers. Just follow the money. Nobody is going to do that because that costs too much money to do so.
In the meantime, check yourself out and run the risk of accidentally getting caught shoplifting.
That's right.
Forget something underneath the cart.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just got to be careful and do something like the scanning in your receipts and things like that, because you can always pull those back up. Pull it back up. It shows you everything that you bought. So you don't have to worry about actually having to keep all these paper receipts to prove you're innocent, which is absolutely ridiculous. But welcome to 2023. Here we are.
Insane, right?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of welcome to 2023, we're trying to do our best to get healthier as the year goes along. We're doing fine, okay? Don't get down. I'm not going there.
I'm making like the awfulest face right now.
I found the newest workout craze that I'm absolutely on board with.
Okay.
Cozy cardio.
This sounds doable.
What's the first thing? PG. I see your face.
No.
What's the first thing that comes to mind with cozy cardio? I didn't say snuggling.
No, but maybe sitting on the couch with a blanket on and like lifting some weights. So my arms are doing something, but the rest of me's cozy.
That is flippin' genius, because that's basically what cozy cardio is.
Is it really? Oh, so, awesome.
It is.
Because I could do that, I think.
It's doing low intensity workouts in your living room, but you make your environment as cozy as possible.
Yeah.
Like you may dim the lights, grab candles, put on comfy clothes. Apparently, Naomi's with the blanket. Turn on Netflix.
I get sweaty.
Favorite drink ready to go.
That's right.
And then
sip and sip.
That's right.
And lift and lift.
And this
and
says
sip and sip.
And then do some light walking on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Even though you're not going hard, you're still moving. The whole point of the thing is
to move.
Get up and be moving.
Yeah.
Instead of being completely sedentary and all that.
Oh, I've been doing really bad with that.
It's gaining popular with the ladies, the cozy cardio.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I don't see why fellas haven't gotten on board. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Dim the lights, nice and, mellow atmosphere.
I'd be like lifting up a weight and it just slowly get heavier.
Does stretching when you yawn count as light exercise?
It might.
I love
You are moving,
So this girl who had lost 100 pounds a while ago, then gained half of it back, started bringing this to people's attentions and sort of, I guess she created it. They're crediting this woman, Hope Zuckerbrow. She was dreading her workouts. So instead, she found stuff she looked more forward to and got moving and has, now kept weight off and stuff like that. So good for her, kind of a cool thing, cool reason to make fun of a fun story.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, that's just 2023 for you.
I'll try some cozy cardio. I think I can handle that.
You remember how we always love the jobs to apply for? You're always looking for one of these kooky jobs. I found a pizza influencer. I think I was telling you about this before.
Yeah.
110 grand a year. Basically, you eat pizza, you blog about it, maybe make some videos. I don't know if they call them hype videos or not, but primarily Instagram and TikTok.
Pizza.
They celebrate pizza, pizzeria owners, and pizza eaters. That's what the video. It's on a pizza app called Slice. But you have to be in New York City to do it. Otherwise, I would have already applied and gotten this job.
I figured this job would definitely be for you.
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Because it just full medical and dental 401 matching 401k. Plus, they give you the money for your weekly pizza.
That's right. You don't have to spend it out of that $100,000.
Yeah, so I can't.
$110,000.
I can't remember what the deadline is to apply there. But if anybody's interested in moving to New York City, the app is called Slice. You can apply on their website or LinkedIn. So
Neat.
Enjoy. Anybody who wants to move to New York. We got random facts and then our answers from last week.
All right.
How about that?
All right.
Here is your weekly dose of Did You Know? I like these. I did these again on my show on the radio today.
Okay.
So I had so much fun
You had
with
to
these.
think about it?
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
all the days bleed into each other.
Yeah.
Did you know? It seems like Major League Baseball has a lot of players over the years, add it all up. But the total is smaller than you might think. I guess the Did You Know comes in with In 147 years of baseball history, 20,459 players. Players who, played for decades or even just one day. They all count. The smallest Major League Baseball stadium, Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay.
Capacity of 25,000, meaning every player who's ever played ever in the MLB
could sit there.
Could fit inside and not sell it out.
Oh.
I like that one. That one's fun.
It's an interesting one, but you got to visualize it a little bit.
A little bit. Did you know President Millard Fillmore wound up marrying his high school teacher?
I would say that's weird, but I don't recognize that name, so I'm guessing he was a president way back when.
Well, how about this? He was 19 when she was his teacher. She was 20.
Oh, okay.
So,
there you go. Now it's even more normal.
We're splitting hairs here now.
Yeah.
Did you know freeze-dried astronaut ice cream? You ever heard of that?
Yes.
Was never actually eaten by astronauts on any mission. It was developed for NASA, but never made it to space. Sad.
I can see that.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
At least we, and by we, I mean the royal we people, some people have gotten to try it or see it or whatever.
I wish this idea was like pitched to like Chris Hetford, the guy that does all the Hetfield, the guy that does all the videos of NASA and being in space and how he would like randomly drop things because he's used to them floating and did all the videos and stuff about what it was like being in space and just that goofy guy. Like, I bet you he would have brought this stuff and been like, yeah, let's eat this here. I'll even do a video.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised none of them have.
Maybe NASA was like, nah, we're not doing this. Ice cream is not going to help you on this mission. You cannot pack it.
No
Sorry.
fun for you.
That's right.
Science
this is about
only.
science. Yes.
Oh, great. Did you know what the first Mickey Mouse cartoon is? Steamboat Willie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you know Steamboat Willie was shown before a gangster movie in 1928?
Oh, that seems very fitting. Yes,
Steamboat
absolutely.
The movie was called Gang War, 1928.
Okay.
And finally, did you know when Sarah Michelle Gellar was 5 years old, she did a Burger King commercial. In that commercial, they made fun of McDonald's hamburgers. So McDonald's sued Burger King.
Okay.
And named her in the lawsuit as well.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's awesome.
So did you know Sarah Michelle Gellar was banned from going to any McDonald's as a kid for an unknown number of years?
Well, she ain't missing anything, so it's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They would have probably just gotten around to getting her order correct by now anyway.
Yeah.
So that is your weekly dose of Did You Know? Some random facts to get you to next episode. How about that?
That's right.
What are we doing now? We got our answers from last week, right?
That's right. We're talking about food.
This one was a good one. Everybody loves talking about food and their favorite foods and all of this stuff.
We just got done eating, and I'm already thinking about food.
Already, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So what is the most non-breakfast food you will have for breakfast?
Everything.
Everybody got in on this one, too. A lot of fun with this one.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Brian from England. He says cake or a handful of chocolate digestive biscuits.
Oh. Okay.
Do you remember the digestive biscuit talk?
Yeah. Isn't it supposed to be graham crackers?
It's their version. So if you are new to Luke and Naomi, when we were on the air live in New Mexico is when we met Brian, who was listening over in England, and we got talking about food differences, which if you've heard a couple of episodes where Brian comes up, that's a main theme.
Brown sauce.
We still haven't gotten around to brown sauce, by the way. So we got talking about the digestive biscuits.
Yeah, they're graham crackers, right?
They are basically a version of graham crackers.
But they're called digestive biscuits.
Yeah. They just don't have a flair for naming the foods over there.
I guess. Let's go back to the cake part of the answer, though. That's what I'm here for.
Absolutely.
Brian is absolutely right on that. Any morning that I've had like cake or ice cream has been a good day. I mean, how can you have a bad day if you start with cake for breakfast?
It's an argument you've made many a time.
And I stand by that. That is the hill that I will die on, for sure. Speaking of that sips and snacks, we should do cake.
We will.
That would be a good one. Yeah.
The list is ever growing, just like the list of our movies.
Movies, yeah.
So, we've started suggestions, please. We're looking for everyday snacks and stuff that you would really want to pair with a good beer.
Yeah.
Or wine. especially if you're a wine person.
That's right.
So definitely keep those coming, and the movies too. Let's see here. So Brian says cake or a handful of chocolate digestive biscuits. Again, with the food thing, the differences over there, if you haven't noticed, are our big thing, the brown sauce and the salad cream. Just the names, could use a little more flair, I think.
They could, yeah.
A little American color. I think
Sure.
Brian would agree. Paul says mac and cheese in the morning.
Ooh,
He
that
says,
would be good,
especially in the college years.
Oh, yeah.
Just carbo load right in the beginning of the day.
It's good for you. Start your morning off right.
That's a good one, Paul. I don't think mac and cheese ever occurred to me to have for breakfast.
No. I want like leftover mac and cheese from like a southern restaurant.
Oh, man.
That's what I want. But I got to like reheat it in the oven so it's like crispy still, not like soggy because I just threw it in the microwave really quick. Oh, yeah. That's what I want for breakfast. But then I'd probably just go back to bed.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
The heavier, the more, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Dan says spaghetti.
Spaghetti for breakfast.
Spaghetti for breakfast. Brando replied and says he actually makes a breakfast spaghetti.
What?
He stole the recipe from his favorite breakfast joint back in Idaho. Spaghetti noodles, sauteed in light olive oil, sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, red chili flakes, topped with shaved parm, and goat cheese. You could keep that. 2 eggs any style, and toast.
I kind of want that.
It sounds good, Brando.
Yeah.
I mean, he stole it from a restaurant. It's not like it's his, but the recipe's there on the Facebook page, so check that out right in the comments.
Breakfast spaghetti. The best of both worlds.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
Nicely. We're off to a good start here. I like this.
I know.
Cake,
I'm really hungry.
spaghetti, mac and cheese. All right. Brando also says cake. He eats leftover cake for breakfast.
Yeah. It's good for you.
Yeah, he says he'd take that over a donut any day. That's a great... I don't know, man. A good donut.
Yeah, but I don't usually eat a donut for breakfast. I eat a donut in the middle part of the day.
True.
Yeah, I'd rather have the cake for breakfast. I had to think about it for a minute. But listen, if there's a donut there and no cake, of course I'm going to take the donut.
No, Brando says he is on a diet right now, so that everything just sounds good, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. I love cake, but a good Boston cream donut...
Yeah, but you don't have to have that for breakfast. You could eat that at any point in the day. Right?
True, but I'm saying if
Right.
I just woke up and you presented me the two, I might go for the donut.
Over the cake?
I'm not talking Dunkin' Donuts, like, the good donut shops.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know.
I get
it's a
it
tough
over
one.
like carrot cake, but over like delicious yellow cake with chocolate frosting, maybe some sprinkles and a scoop of ice cream. You're going to go with the donut?
Yellow cake.
I like yellow cake with chocolate frosting. It's so good.
If cake
And ice cream.
If cake isn't chocolate, I'm not even here to talk.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the famous question, bacon or cake, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's bacon.
Yeah.
It's breakfast food. So,
I guess donuts fit in that category.
Now, ice
Now
cream.
we know.
Ice cream, on the other hand, I'd probably go with ice cream for breakfast. My dad says ice cream for breakfast.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ernest is cold pizza, no ranch dressing. He's dressed without the ranch.
Ernest, come on, man. It works on cold pizza, too.
It does.
And hot
It
pizza
does.
and no pizza, just a ranch.
Just
It
start mixing
just
the hot
goes.
sauce and the ranch, and it's
you're
all
set.
over.
Yeah.
It is all over. So Don says depends. As a shift worker, late nights and all of that stuff. He says, does a beer constitute breakfast or lunch? He says, I think that the question needs to be phrased different.
Nah. The
But
beer
for
can
me,
count.
Breakfast would have been a beer. Absolutely, Don. That's yes.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's the yeast in there. It's close enough to bread, right?
That's
There's
right.
Some sort of
And the water is good for you.
The food groups. There's a couple. You hit a couple food
You
groups
get
in there.
barley, right? So you've got that.
Yes.
And whatever else. Whatever else is in there. I forget.
Snowman really went full send on this one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So buckle up for Snowman's. He says he eats at a corner store. 2 hot dogs and a 32-ounce soda almost every day since he was 16 doing construction. One with chili, cheese, and onion. The other with mustard, ketchup, relish, onion, barbecue sauce, and salsa. He says his mom used to ask, how can you eat that? I told her 1 bite at a time. She would say it's not healthy that early in the morning, and he would respond, and it's healthy at noon? And he says he gets all four food groups, so it's well balanced. And then sent us a picture of both hot dogs and his watch that says what is it, 7:35
Nice.
a.m.
Nice.
I mean, full send, Snowman.
Definitely worth some bonus points for sending in that photo.
And that is the last thing I would ever eat that early in the morning.
And I was trying to picture it like as you were describing it, because I feel like that's not, I would eat anything for breakfast, anything. But this, I don't know if I would.
Can you make out I bigified the picture so you can see that, right?
I mean,
I don't know if you're at a bad
wrong,
angle for the monitor, but
like a chili cheese dog. Oh yeah, that's so good. I don't think I could do it first thing in the morning. I think I could do it at 7:30 if I've been up since, oh gosh, at least 4. I need like 3.5 hours, I think, to process that meal.
That's just full send. Full send. Again, picture on the Facebook page.
Wow, that is the first answer that I'm saying I don't know to. All right.
Well,
good on you, man.
There's a world where I would, but just, I mean, and then the gas station hot dogs too. It's just.
The corner stores are phenomenal.
They
That's
are.
where you get some good food, because they always have a specialty of something. The one I worked at made breakfast pizza, and it wasn't actually like breakfast pizza that you've seen at like Speedway or whatever. It was like a hash brown base with like everything built on top of it, and then cheese and eggs, and then like cheese and hash brown coated.
Correct.
Yeah. So it was more like breakfast lasagna, if you think about it. It was like layers of hash browns and treats.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But you wouldn't get that anywhere else except for this little corner store,
Yeah, of course.
That's why the little gas station cornerstone stores are just the best for any kind of snack.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beverly says peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Breakfast food that she'll eat for breakfast. Todd went full Luke and Naomi on air back in the New Mexico days. When you're in a hurry and out of cereal kale. Past the ranch. This ain't lettuce, he says.
Oh, my goodness.
Well done. Also, he says football season's coming, so he wants to remind everybody about my, I don't know what you want to call it, my plea to have everybody join in and try to get President's Day the day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yep.
So that we can have it off.
That's right.
Because we need to.
We should.
Let's hope so. Yeah. Let's get it done. Ralph, great answer this week. He says effing menudo.
Oh my gosh. That is not what I'm having for breakfast.
No, Ralph goes, nothing in it says breakfast, but for some reason it's a morning thing. He says, I like to think of it as a really, really late snack. The next time I have anything rough for breakfast, I'm going to mentally, it's a really, really late snack.
That's right.
Not going to be hot dogs or menudo, though. Menudo. No, thank you. One and done. That was our menudo experience.
That's right.
Oof. Let's see.
It's not for us.
Amanda says burger leftovers. Who has leftover burgers? This is a coworker of mine. I am going to hit her over the head with this tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Who has leftover burgers?
I don't know. I can see it being possible. If you have a party and you cook 30 burgers, but one person only ate 2 instead of 3, so you have 1 left over, and you're like, well, this can't go to waste, and I already have plans for lunch, so I'm going to eat this for breakfast? Yeah, I can see it.
But
in one situation out of a million, I see it possible.
My mind went to half-eaten burgers.
Like a couple bites taken out of it?
Like I ate half of it, wrapped it up, and put it in the fridge.
Oh, like a legit already made. I'm thinking of like a patty.
Yeah.
And then
to which I can agree.
Yeah. If it's a half-eaten burger with the bun still on it and all of that, then.
I mean, if it's yours, would you? I mean, yeah.
First of all, we wouldn't be in this situation. Like you said, there wouldn't be a half-eaten one, because once you start the process, you're in it to win it.
Right.
Yeah.
If
you take one bite, you're finishing that burger. That's it. That's all there is to it. No, I went burger patty. Burger patty leftover? Absolutely. Make yourself a new burger for breakfast.
Okay.
Sure.
That I can see.
Get some clarity from her.
I'm going to have to, because it's now anyway. Jenny Dale Lord.
All right.
Still hanging out around the Luke and Naomi On-Air Facebook page.
Which I love, and she is a chef herself. I mean,
Yes.
she makes some amazing food and then posts pictures of it, and I just drool everywhere. So I'm kind of excited to see what she says.
This, as we're going, I'm like, oh, that's a weird one. Oh, that's a weird one. Menudo, yeah, that's a weird one. Hers might be the weirdest yet.
Okay.
Salad.
For breakfast?
For breakfast, yeah. Salad for breakfast.
I mean, if you fully load that salad.
Hard-boiled eggs and chef salad.
And bacon. And look, you got breakfast there. You got eggs and bacon right there. And a little bit less on the like lettuce and spinach and stuff. I'll put some tomatoes in there. I don't know. That is the least breakfast food to eat for breakfast.
It really is.
A salad.
It really is.
Is it a taco salad? Because I could do that one.
Well, and I mean, like everybody else, leftover burgers, Ralph says menudo. It just is such a morning thing. You got that, Snowman's at least been doing the hot dogs forever. But salad, like that's just, okay.
You got nothing.
All right, I got nothing. Our friend Valerie says Asian noodle dish.
I'm here for that. Sure. Leftover Chinese food is great for breakfast. Why wouldn't an Asian noodle dish be good?
We gotta have her clarify what exactly. Just any of it?
Yeah.
Just any? Okay. Chinese food for breakfast?
Yeah, I'm here
I'm
for that.
for it. Why
Yeah.
not? Why not? My brother Matthew says chicken parm. Yes, sir.
That is an interesting one for breakfast. I'd have that. Sure.
Raised in an Italian
Community.
Thank you. That'll definitely do that for you. Anthony says pizza.
Okay. Pizza's always a good breakfast choice.
Look, they keep coming up with different. My mom says ham salad sandwich. I mean, what's the weirdest thing you eat? Ham salad.
Now have it for breakfast? Like, ew, no.
Ham salad.
Okay.
I forgot ham salad exists.
There's a reason.
That's intense. Ham
Gross.
salad. You think so? I mean, chicken salad.
But ham? No.
Tuna salad.
At one point, you have to draw a line.
They're just.
I'm drawing it at
certain-
ham salad.
But the pig is so versatile.
I would do a bacon salad before I do the ham salad.
Ooh.
See?
All right.
And we'll have it for
Oh,
breakfast.
I imagine there's some mayonnaise involved.
Probably.
Wow.
And some eggs. There, it's fitting. Put it on toast. Breakfast.
Put it on TikTok. Famous. Shawn Michaels says bourbon.
That's good breakfast.
Love it.
As long as you don't got to work in the morning.
That's right. Or, as long as you're already at work, then you don't have to drive. Dorsey says pie a la mode.
All right.
I like that one, too.
Yeah.
That's good. Let's see here. Snowman making fun of you last week for telling a dad joke during the show. He says you're starting to cave to those.
It wasn't a dad joke. It
was very dad joke-ish.
It was just, what was it? You were talking about a funeral home and making a bunch of money, and I said, yeah, they're making a killing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, anyway.
Yeah.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
The badness, the bad influence is just rubbing off on me. I feel sick. I need to take a shower.
Oh, my goodness. All right. We got two more pizzas. Lynette and Kathy both say pizza.
Okay.
Hugh says hamburger.
Cool. I'm here for it.
Then Hugh commented underneath and said, or possibly a Snickers bar.
You gotta have a Snickers bar for breakfast.
Hugh, affectionately known as Snickers.
I just assumed that Hugh, started his morning with a Snickers bar. What you gotta do?
I was under that impression. Didn't he tell us that was the way it was?
I don't know.
Just, that's how it was. One more. My brother Matthew, tuna wrap.
For breakfast?
For breakfast. Did I save the weirdest one for last? I don't know.
No, I think Jenny Dale Lord wins it with salad.
That is different.
I feel like I would be sad after eating that for breakfast.
It's funny because a lot of the even weird ones have some sort of, high protein, some fat content, and all that stuff like you're going to have at breakfast, butter, eggs, stuff like that.
And I betcha she can make like a killer salad that you would be like, oh yeah, this is why you would eat this for breakfast. But I just can't wrap my head around it.
Want to see it, Jenny. Want to see it. On the off chance that she actually listens to us, which would be amazing. We want to know.
Yeah. Pictures.
What kind of salad?
Yeah.
Picture it didn't happen. How about that? All right, so that's what's going on there. Great answers this week. That was a lot of fun. I love talking about food. It's so much fun, right?
I'm so hungry now.
And then, of course, it always makes us hungry.
Yeah.
So,
I honestly want to make a cake just so I can have it for breakfast tomorrow. I don't even want it right now. I want it for breakfast tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Brownies.
I've got frosting, too.
There's brownie mix left in the pantry, you know.
I want cake, though.
But brownies.
Maybe a brownie cake?
Okay.
How do I do that?
You had me at brownies.
Nah.
Mark Zuckerberg is so serious about MMA, he's going to fight Elon Musk. Have you heard all of this?
Yeah.
Now, Zuckerberg actually has a couple of belts in jiu-jitsu and taekwondo. Like, he legitimately has been training for, like, the last 5 or 10 years. It's a hobby of his.
Okay.
When you're the richest man in the world, why can't you just be like, you know what? I'm going to learn jiu-jitsu. I got all the time.
Yeah, why not?
So he likes this type of stuff so much that the other day he built an octagon in his backyard.
Okay, why not?
If you don't know what the octagon is, it's basically the wrestling
octagon.
ring, you know, the thing that they fight in
Yes.
MMA, mixed martial arts. And didn't tell his wife.
Oh.
The man is still married after all. He shared on whatever, probably not Twitter, a text exchange that him and his wife had where he asked her if she saw it. And she replies, yes, comma, I saw it, period.
Oh, he's in big trouble.
He texted back, it looks awesome. I mean...
Well, I guess he is human.
You know...
Look at that.
He also has the biggest balls of any human being in the world.
Well, when you're that rich, you can kind of do that, I guess.
So he texts her back, it looks awesome. Her reply was, Mark.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, yeah, he's in big trouble.
So, you know, and please tell me that there's somebody out there who doesn't understand what I'm trying to say. You get a one-word text and it's your name from anybody. It could be your best friend. My best friend
going down.
could text me, Luke. And that's
Period.
exactly how I would read it.
Yeah.
So that's what she sent him back. He told her, quote, we have plenty of yard space, the exchange continued. And she replied, I have been working on that grass for 2 years. So he was polling, this is about a week or so ago. He's polling his followers and asking them if he should keep the octagon or save the grass.
I mean, I feel like you've wrecked the grass as it is, so in for a penny, in for a pound, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering why I dropped this right in the middle after our topic from last week, now you probably have an idea.
Yeah.
What is the biggest or worst thing that you've ever surprised your significant other by buying, bringing home as a surprise, didn't tell them? And
guess what I got? Did you see in the front yard? Did you see in the backyard? Hey, have you looked in the bedroom yet?
I adopted a child.
That's right. Any of those.
What do you got? If it's small but a good story, we want to hear it. Just
Yeah,
whatever you
absolutely.
got. I'm absolutely looking forward to hearing some of these stories. So
Listen,
that is,
a child is small, but if you brought one home as a surprise, like, there's going to be a story behind that.
I mean, even you're the richest man in the world, and you're still not making like alterations to the property without getting, some sort of shit for it.
That's right.
So
That's exactly how that goes down.
what's the biggest, worst thing you've surprised your significant other by buying, bringing home, doing to the house?
Any of that.
Any of that.
Look, I painted the room black. Okay.
This could be fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Let's see here. So that's going to do it. That's going to bring us to the fun part. Let's hit the noise button.
Nice noise button.
Nice noise button.
I like it.
It is time. I really wish I could. I don't even know how I would go about getting the license to play the Pee-wee's Big Adventure music on the podcast.
I don't know.
But I'm sure they would take us right off of Spotify and YouTube as soon as I did that.
Oh,
So,
yeah, absolutely.
just pretend
Yeah.
I could start laughing like Pee Wee Herman.
No, please don't.
Whole bunch.
No, please don't.
So
do
I
that.
had not seen Pee Wee Herman myself since. I mean, it's been the longest time. But it's one of those where you feel like you totally remember the movie.
Yeah.
But then you watch it and it's like, oh my God, it's been so long. I forgot all about this. And
A lot happens. It's a very busy movie.
paging Mr. Herman. All right, I'm done. I'm
Yeah,
done.
are you sure?
Really?
Are you sure?
Take it away. I'm excited.
As long as you don't start laughing over there.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
All right, so Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Again, I have never seen any of the Pee-wee movies, the TV show, anything like that. And going into this, like, I know it's a kid's movie, so gonna try to keep that in mind.
Right before we started, I was like, maybe we should have watched an episode or two of the kids show, but I don't think so, right?
This was fine.
Okay.
All right, so it starts with Pee-wee winning the Tour de France, but it's just a dream, which I kind of thought it was going to be. Then his alarm clock is going off. We see his room. First off, his alarm is hooked up to a record player. So when he picks up the alarm, it pulls a cord that moves the needle on the record. So he's got music. Then he starts by jumping on the bed, and all I can think is, man, I just wish I woke up like that. I wish I had that kind of energy in the morning.
Real.
Then he puts his slippers on. He plays with some toys. He slides down the fireman pole, which now makes him fully dressed for the day. Not a bad setup. Not going to lie.
Oh, yeah.
A little jealous.
Cannot
imagine watching this as a kid because I would have been like, what do I have to do to make this my life? It probably would have ruined me, to be honest.
Yeah.
The whole time, though, I'm thinking that Big Bang Theory Sheldon Cooper has to be loosely based on Pee Wee Herman. I mean, not that they look alike, although they kind of sort of do, but it's more of the mannerisms. Like Pee Wee Herman is more childlike, sweet version, and Sheldon is like the cold, logical version, but the same person.
I do wonder. I got that myself. I was wondering if you're going to catch that. I didn't want to say
especially when
anything.
He was playing like with the train and all of that. You get that childlike moments with Sheldon Cooper at times.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of Pee Wee Herman.
I got that too. So yeah, I didn't want you to be focusing on that, watching the whole thing, but I was wondering if you picked up on that too. It's crazy. There has to be some sort of loosely based some sort of influence there.
Yeah. All right, so back to the movie. He's got one of those Rube Goldberg machines set up to make breakfast, which is fun to watch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, it's in a million movies. So I don't know if like his idea of it was the first or if he's just parroting it too. I don't know, but it was cool. And they're always fun to watch. And you're like, ooh, what's this going to do? And oh, what's that? And oh, it pulls that. And that's cracking that egg over there. And his pancakes are landing on the ceiling, and he never ends up eating those. They just fling up there.
There's dogs around, right?
Yeah, he's got his dog, so it'll be fine. Anyway, he's kind of goofy. He laughs a lot, plays with his food, but so far it's been pretty interesting to watch.
Are you going to skip right over his breakfast, his actual breakfast?
The Mr. T cereal?
First of all, the pancakes, or he says, how are you today, Mr. Breakfast? And he's like, I'm hungry.
Yeah, he made the bacon. He made the bacon that he put
God.
on top of his pancakes talk and say that they were hungry, so he gave it Mr. T cereal.
Everybody, if you remember Mr. T cereal, you had a good life.
I didn't realize that was a real thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought it was just for the movie.
Because it was,
okay.
it was like, I believe it was like Captain Crunch pieces. Like,
I mean, that's what it looked like when he poured it out of the box.
yeah, so I could be hallucinating that. That could be a
Mandela effect. Yeah. A lot of weird things in this movie right off the bat, which made it kind of fun to watch because you just didn't know what to expect. Like when he's busy like taping his face in the bathroom mirror and just like laughing randomly, I'm thinking like, this is so weird, but I can't stop watching. Like I just want to know, what is he gonna do? And then he like looks out the window, and as he's walking away, you see outside his window, you've got these tree branches, and then some fish just come swimming by. And it's like, what is going on? Like, the people who made this movie, like, had to be doing some sort of drugs. Like, hey, you know what would be really funny right now? Let's do this and see if anybody notices.
It was the 80s.
No, okay, so it does make sense.
I'm sure.
All right, so anyway, Pee-wee takes off after his breakfast. He waters his lawn with the most ridiculous sprinkler setup, which was awesome. Gets his bike from its hidden location. Then we meet Francis, who seems like the neighborhood bully.
Grr.
Who's like, I want your bike. Then they get into a childish argument, and Francis says, you'll be sorry. So I'm guessing he's going to steal the bike because you're going to be sorry.
Was that where they did I Know You Are, but what am I?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
that
yeah.
whole... That was the childish argument.
Fantastic.
It was, again, very entertaining to watch.
This brought back so much childhood that I had forgotten.
Yeah.
Because I watched this movie a bunch as a kid.
Yeah.
So that was that. I hated Francis. I mean, you're supposed to, but
yeah, who wouldn't? There's a lot of cutesy moments, like when Pee Wee is trying to show off on his bike in front of that group of kids. He ends up going flying off of it, and he's like, "I meant to do that." Again, seems like a very childish show, but I was honestly entertained, and I don't know if I should be embarrassed by that or be like, "Nah, it's cute, it's fine."
Pee Wee Herman, man.
I'm gonna go with it's okay.
I don't know.
You know. All right, so Pee Wee takes his bike downtown, chains it up really good, and when I say really good, I mean he pulled out like a mile of chain, and it was just like, you know, like the clowns pulling the scarves out of their sleeves. It just keeps coming and coming and coming, and, you know, that's what happened with the chain. Ties it up to, speaking of a clown that was out there. He goes into the magic shop, and then he goes into the bike shop, because he needed to get a new horn for his bike that was like super loud. He comes out and his bike has been stolen, and he basically freaks out. When I say he basically freaks out, I mean like the ambulance arrive and all that. He literally
freaks out.
Yeah, absolutely. Police tell him it's not a police emergency, but he can come down to the station and fill out some paperwork. The best part about the scene, besides the overly dramatic everything, again, the ambulance rushing in and him getting air and like somebody listening to his heartbeat and all that kind of stuff, is when he's walking away and walking through the town. The music is so haunting and dramatic, as if like his soul just got stolen. And everyone is riding by on bikes. There's a guy delivering a pizza on a bike. There's a businessman. There's people having fun. There's a mime on a unicycle. It's just so over the top silly, and that's, you know, we are not even 20 minutes into this movie.
The movie freaked me out as a kid too. I remember that a couple of that came back because that scene you're talking about specifically, where he's, you know, freaking out, and then the clown that he chained the bike to is like laughing at him, but it's all crazy looking, and then the music.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah, I remember being like very little, less than 7,
and being freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pee Wee goes to confront Francis because we all know that he stole it. And this is where we just get to see how rich Francis is. Huge house. I mean, a mansion, and he's in the tub, but it's not a normal tub. It's basically a swimming pool in his bathroom, which is pretty badass.
Greatest tub ever.
Yeah. So him and Pee Wee get into a fight. So Pee Wee basically just jumps into the pool tub thing. And then the dad, I guess it was, rushes in and was like, nah, it wasn't Francis. We've been building this train set all day. So Pee Wee's like, I'm sorry, let's put this behind us. But then we cut to Francis talking with his friend, and he's basically saying, I don't want to do this anymore, dispose of the bike. So obviously we knew he had something to deal with it in the first place, but now it's all out in the open. All right. So Pee Wee calls like a town meeting in the basement and basically loses it then too. But he's legit kind of mean in this scene. Not only is he overly dramatic a lot, but he's kind of mean.
Are you yelling at Pee Wee Herman?
I am not yelling at Pee Wee Herman. But he does get a little mean. He's yelling, I don't need the police and I don't need you. Like,
little over the top, right?
Chill, dude. Yeah. You could use your friends to help you. Just saying. But I understand you're upset. You're missing your bike. Anyway, Pee Wee goes to see a psychic that apparently does income tax too, so that was great. She tells him that the bike is in the Alamo, in Texas, in the basement, because she saw those clues like on a sign behind. Like she's sitting there, she's got the crystal ball, Pee Wee's right there, and it's like a sign being lit up in the background, and it's just like she's piecing the letters together, and it's like, oh, the Alamo, okay, that'll work.
The Alamo, that'll do.
Yeah. She's trying to pretend she's seeing this in her crystal ball and all that. So Pee Wee tried to hitchhike, but it apparently takes him all day to finally get picked up, which that's a great scene in itself, too. I mean...
Him trying to get...
Yeah, he's got, like, a big fake thumb, and that's not working. And at one point, he throws it at a car. Like, it just, again, so overly the top and just silly. There's no other way to describe it.
The hobo bindle.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
I mean, if he didn't have that, the whole, it would just fall apart.
Yep.
You know, it just wouldn't be worth it. But it takes him all day to finally get picked up. But the guy is running from the law. because he removed one of those do not remove tags off a mattress.
Yeah, love that that's what he was in for.
Yes. So Pee-wee helps get this wanted driver out of trouble by creating a disguise for both of them, because they get stopped at like a roadblock, or roadblocks coming up, and they know that. But it's really weird because he like dresses up as the wife, and the cop asked him to get out of the car so he can take a look at him and all that. And it's just such a weird really scene.
Is. The whole damn movie's weird, but that is a weirder scene in a weird-ass movie.
That's probably the weirdest scene of this weird movie, yes. But they do get through the roadblock, so that's great. And it's getting late, so Pee-wee is driving while the wanted guy is sleeping. But then he accidentally drives off a cliff because the roads just kept getting more and more turny and crazy. So I'm guessing they were in New Mexico at that point because, you know, some of those crazy mountainous roads.
Or Pennsylvania.
Or that, yes. So he drives off a cliff
because why not?
Because why not? So they weren't kidding when they said this was his big adventure. Because again, so much has happened, and again, I'm trying to sum this up. We're not even halfway through the movie right now. This movie was made for people with short attention spans that need something happen constantly.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what you got here.
Children.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, makes sense.
So I thought for years and years and years that you could drive a car off a cliff and land safely by if you had a rag top.
Yeah.
And you put the top up.
Yeah. No, that's not how that works. Good thing you didn't try.
Not a thing. Yeah, Dad wouldn't let me try.
But yeah, so that was the next thing. He saves the day by, you know, putting that rag top up and basically having that parachute effect. They land safely, but his wanted friend is like, I don't want you to get messed up in this. You gotta go, and leaves Pee-wee in the middle of nowhere.
He gives him the same speech that he used to blow off Dottie.
Yes, it's the exact same speech, and it comes back around later. Spoiler alert. So shortly after that, he gets picked up by a trucker who tells him this scary story of an awful accident that happened on the same road that they're on. And he's like, this is my stop here, because he's like, I got to get away from this crazy lady. I don't blame him, though. Like, she was legit crazy. And she tells him as he's getting out, tell them Large Marge sent you, which that sounded oddly familiar. And I'm like, I feel like that's got to be from, you know, Futurama, The Simpsons, Family Guy, something, you know, of a cartoon. Like, here's my stop. Tell them Large Marge sent you. You know, like I can just hear it playing in my head.
You've heard it before, that's for sure.
Yeah. So apparently Large Marge was a ghost. He told everyone in the diner that Large Marge sent him and told them about the scary wreck of the story and all that. It was her bad accident that she was in, and she apparently died in it. So he eats at the diner, but
hold on. The scariest scene in cinematic history, you're just going to gloss over like that?
It wasn't scary.
The scariest scene in cinematic history.
No. I am glossing over it because it's not important.
Do you know how much that freaked me out?
Yeah, because you were like 7.
Oh my God, it was the worst. Watching it, I had to let go. You can watch it. You're a grown-ass man. And I had to make myself watch it last night.
So if you don't know what he's talking about, when Large Marge is talking about the car accident, she says something about, like, what? They looked like this?
The body was mangled. When they pulled it from the flaming wreckage, it looked like this.
Yeah, and her face gets all weird. You know, it looks like Beetlejuice.
It's all like claymation. And yeah,
yes.
what are they? Whatever. But you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Claymation, weird, not scary whatsoever. Yes, of course I glossed over it. It's not important to the story. Anyways, so
absolutely is. It's the
Large Marge is a ghost.
Best scene in the movie.
Pee-wee doesn't care anymore. He's eating at the diner and realizes he doesn't have his wallet on him because, again, this is Pee-wee's big adventure and everything is going to be very dramatic. And, you know, of course, you're going to go eat at a diner and you don't have your wallet. So what's going to happen? You have to wash dishes to pay off your food and your milkshake.
Of course you do.
So he works off his meal. Then he watches the sunrise with the waitress because she had asked him to do that, which enraged her boyfriend because that's got to happen too.
Bluto from Popeye.
Yeah. So Pee-wee had to basically run off. Luckily, there was a train coming, so he just jumped on that, met Hobo Jack, and they sang some songs together.
The one name Naomi knows in the movie other than Pee Wee Herman.
Hobo Jack.
Hobo Jack.
I always remember the hobos' names. It's cool.
If you are a regular listener, you know she does not know anybody's names in the movie.
I know Dottie. Who else is it? There's nobody else in this movie. Pee Wee Herman and Dottie.
What about the lady who wanted him to watch the sunrise?
Oh, I don't know. That was the waitress.
Simone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Doesn't matter. She only shows up like one other time. It's fine. All right. So anyways, we meet Hobo Jack. They're singing some songs together. Then Pee Wee gets sick of the singing. He puts his hands over his ears and jumps off the train right into San Antonio. So it worked out great. So he can get to the basement of the Alamo and go get his bike. But of course he's got to sit through the entire tour and hold his questions to the end. Finds out there's no basement at the Alamo. So sad. So now what? So he calls Dottie, the girl from the bike shop, that wanted to go into the drive-in with him, but, he was too cool for that. That was the scene where he was like, I'm sorry, I'm a loner, a rebel, you don't want to get caught up with a guy like me. Which, again, Luke had mentioned earlier, is basically the same speech that the wanted man, Mickey, told, yes, that's his name, Mickey, told Pee Wee, and he was kind of like, oh, deja vu, because it was the same thing.
Right.
So anyway, he calls her to apologize about being a jerk, because he kind of was one, and to get a bus ticket to get back home. So somehow, after this, he ends up at the rodeo. I don't know how that all happened there. I really don't. One moment he's talking to her, and then he ends up at the rodeo. He was running away from Simone's boyfriend again, and ends up at the rodeo. But I don't remember. Oh, yeah, he was at the bus station. That's what it was. Okay. Anyway, so he ends up at the rodeo. He's going everywhere and doing everything, so nothing really surprises me in this movie. And then he ends up at a motorcycle bar where he knocks over everyone's bike, so they're going to kill him and all that, but they allow him one last request, and he decides he's going to dance, and everyone falls in love with his, zaniness and all that, so they give him a motorcycle, which he crashes straight into a sign, and he's rushed to the hospital. That was probably my favorite part of the movie. It was just great. The way, the look on his face, too. Where, he's holding up the motorcycle, and just the look is I don't know what I'm doing. And sure enough, it just starts going all crazy. Bam! Right into the sign. That's great. Anyways, so all that happened in a matter of, 2 minutes.
Tequila scene. That's the song.
Oh, okay.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you have definitely seen in other pop cultures.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But he was, dancing and having a good time, and got the motorcycle group all, they didn't want to kill him anymore.
That's right.
I'm going to say that in the most words possible that aren't correct. All right. So, let's see.
Bikers no want kill.
Yeah, there you go. So he's in the hospital, and he sees his bike on TV, I believe it was. And
oh, that's right. Jason Hervey. I forget what his character's name is, but he's the older brother in Wonder Years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he sees his bike on TV, and he knows he's got to go to Warner Brothers Studios, which he does, and sneaks onto the set where his bike is. So he ends up dressing like a nun, dressing in a nun costume because she was in the scene, steals the bike in the middle of the scene. Then he takes security on a wild goose chase throughout a bunch of different sets and filming: Godzilla, Tarzan, the works.
The works.
What, he did?
No, the works. Every possible show they could have him crash.
Yeah.
He did.
I thought you were mocking it because there was another scene that I'm missing here that apparently is, pop culture that I don't know.
The absolute works. It's great.
Okay. All right. So
you get a tour of the backlot yourself, basically, in that whole scene.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Absolutely. So he's ruining filming, all of that. He's almost escaped, I would say. And he comes by a pet store that happens to be on fire. So of course, now you got to rescue the animals. You can't just leave them like that. And of course, the first thing that you walk into, he walks into the pet store, there's flames everywhere. There's a container of snakes. And he's just like, ugh, and just keeps walking by it, rescues the puppies first, and the kittens, and the birds, and the rats, and I forget what else the goldfish.
The goldfish.
Yeah, that was a great moment too. Giant tank of goldfish, and he comes out with like a smaller, like actual goldfish bowl, just full of all the goldfish that were in that big tank. And each time he goes in, he looks at the snake and is just like, ugh, no. But he finally does rescue them, because they're snakes, but you can't let them die. So he rescues all the animals. And what the heck is happening in this movie? Just because of all this chaoticness. I cannot believe the journey I just took in the last, hour and 15 minutes here. Anyway, so he rescues the animals, but when the police and fire department get there, not only does one of the firemen step on one of the snakes, which was really weird. Like, I was like, oh man, you think they'd be like, let's retake that one, because it looked pretty gross.
One snake was harmed in the filming of this movie.
They should have put that disclaimer on there. They really should have. So anyways, the police and fire department get there, and he gets arrested for all the ruckus he caused at Warner Brothers Studios. But a movie exec hears his story and thinks, hey, this would be a great movie. So they agree, and apparently he gets to be free or whatnot for the movie rights to his big adventure.
Sure.
So then we're at the drive-in after the movie has been made, and Pee-wee is delivering snacks to basically all the friends that he has and had made while he was on his adventure, and he's basically watching little pieces of the movie with the different characters. But he doesn't stay until the end because, well, he already lived it. That's what he tells Dottie.
That's right.
So that's it. The end.
The end.
The end.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yep.
I enjoyed rewatching that. That is up there of the ones we've done so far. We've done 20 now, I believe.
Yeah.
30?
So, I don't know. I like how he just agreed. I was like, yeah.
30. We've done somewhere around 30 of these.
Okay.
Right?
I've seen a lot of movies.
Y'all know I'm not great at math. So, anyway.
And it doesn't help if I just agree.
Yeah, and Naomi's just like, yeah, just move on.
Yeah.
What is the point?
20,
I'm not
20,
sure I
30.
enjoyed rewatching any of them as much as Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Really? Not even Ghostbusters? Or
loved Ghostbusters. I've loved...
What about Short Circuit? Rewatching that one.
That was great, too.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, this is absolutely up there for me. This is if we could watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit or The Princess Bride. That actually would suck because I know you don't like that, so I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, I would have ripped it to pieces.
Or Back to the Future or something like that. All-time favorites watched. I forgot how much I absolutely love Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so that was really cool. So, as we do with the ends of our Under a Rock reviews, we have your review questions. First of all, did we get the title in the movie?
I don't know.
I feel like somewhere somebody said something about his big adventure or something like that.
Yes.
And then when they did the movie within the movie at the end.
Yeah.
Paging Mr. Herman. That's just one of my favorite. I don't know.
It's just so goofy.
It's like his voice is that bad they had to dub him over.
Yes.
It's just great. Okay. Our review questions. Did you like it?
Yes.
She liked it.
Yes.
I can't go back and listen to the end of last week's show when we said we were going to do this. And you can
I was so worried.
You can hear the concern. I go from elated that we're going to do Pee-wee's Big Adventure to, oh, crap, she might not like this.
I might rip this to pieces, and this man just passed away.
So, thank God you liked it.
By the way, let me say that did not change my viewing of this movie.
Good.
Unfortunately, I'm a cold, hard B when it comes to that. Like, I am not... it's not going to make a difference. I actually forgot that he had passed away while watching this.
So this is the character he created now. You saw a little bit of his room and his house and all that.
Yeah.
The show is Pee-wee's Playhouse, so it's all in his house, and most of everything is somewhat alive.
Okay.
Like, Cherry is the chair that is alive.
Okay.
And all of that. Then there's Jambi, who lives in the, birdhouse thing. I don't know what the hell it is, but
I want to know what the sprinkler's name was, because that was cool. I mean, it just had 18 arms, and it was it wasn't a sprinkler, it was a hose. I mean, it sprayed down the neighbor's house. It probably would have hurt if you got hit with it.
Pee-wee's Playhouse on HBO Max, I think, right now too, if you're looking to watch any of those episodes. Okay, what did you know about Pee-wee's Big Adventure going in?
I knew the guy that was in there.
Paul Reubens.
Yeah, I didn't know his name, but I knew who he was. And I knew it was for kids.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
I knew he was going to go on a big adventure.
All right.
I didn't realize how big it was going to be.
It's a big adventure, eh?
It is, yeah.
Your thoughts going in?
I thought this is gonna be really cheesy. Again, it's a kids movie, so I don't know. I did not have high hopes.
What were your thoughts 5 minutes in, like before he left the house?
I liked the house.
Okay.
I was very intrigued. Let me say that. Like, this is going to make me sound so childish because it's true. It was just, there was so much to look at in the house. There was so much going on. Again, he's busy taping his face and laughing, which I'm like, the laugh was infectious. I was trying not to laugh because I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, why does he keep laughing?
It is.
But I kind of want to laugh now.
So dumb, but yeah,
and then, like,
draw.
again, the pancakes landing on the ceiling. And they just sat there. Like, there was 4 of them just hanging out on the ceiling when he's already got his plate of food in front of him.
So you were in before we left his house?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, like, he put on the slippers and made them smell a carrot. Because they were bunny slippers. And there was a carrot on the floor. And he, like, moved his feet over to... And I'm just like... Like, why am I so entertained by this?
That's so great.
Again, I go back to should I be embarrassed about how entertained I am by this? You know, again, it's a kid's movie, but...
Maybe a little.
Yeah. Short attention span, I guess, you know? Squirrel.
What surprised you?
A lot. I mean, again, how much I was enjoying it and everything. I think that... I don't know. I don't know what surprised me. I really don't. Again, I was enjoying the movie. I was along for the ride. I was surprised maybe how much had happened in the movie.
How big the adventure was. That's what surprised
because
you.
A big adventure, sure. Like, he went to San Antonio. That's big enough. But no, like, he's got to work off his meal, washing dishes. And he gets all the way to San Antonio and his bike's not there. And, you know, like, so many. He's getting chased by this guy. And he's on a train with a hobo. Like, so much happened. He destroys Warner Brothers Studios.
So to answer our question, she doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Would you have liked this more or less if you saw it when you were younger? And I'm gonna put you at 8 or 9.
Oh, I probably would have loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, you would have.
Yeah,
because we did.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
But I do get what you were saying about, like, some freaky moments. Because there's when he gets rushed to the hospital, like, the one clown has makeup on his face and he keeps doing weird motions with his face, but it's so the makeup will make it look like his mouth is opening and closing, and I could not stop staring.
Yeah,
it was like a train wreck. So I can see myself being 8 years old and being terrified after that. That's probably where the majority of people being afraid of clowns came from, was that. Not it or any of the other clown things. It was that scene right there in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Probably.
Yeah.
Big Top Pee-wee, I'm sure didn't help. I don't really remember that one as much, though. What was your favorite part?
There was quite a few, honestly. And it was all the, like, stupid moments.
I mean, you mentioned driving the motorcycle into the wall. Billboard, whatever it was.
That was probably the absolute top favorite. Same with right in the beginning when he flips off his bike and it was, I meant to do that. Like, it was so stupid, but I legit did not see it coming. You know, I just think he's riding around on his bike. He can do whatever you want. He's the main character of the story. They're not going to humanize him in this. But sure enough, they do. Multiple times.
Yep.
The rescuing all the fish and putting them in the small fish bowl, like, that was just so stupid. A lot of that was the best.
Least favorite part?
I don't know. Mickey kicking him out of the car was a little rough.
It is rough,
you know, right? Leaving him out in the middle of nowhere. I could have done without the rodeo part. I feel like that was just, I grazed over that entire thing. He ended up, like, riding this bull and setting, like, a world record and all of that kind of stuff, just because he was trying to escape what's-her-face's boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know.
The dude who looked like Bluto from Popeye.
I mean, there were so many things that were going on. We didn't need that. And also the fireman stepping on the snake. I wasn't here for that.
So you bumped into that one.
It was like, oh my gosh, he really stepped on that. And, like, you can see it, like, slither away.
Yep.
It was like, oh gosh.
So.
Whoopsies.
Especially nowadays, Paul Rubens passed away a week and a half ago. Would you recommend Pee-wee's Big Adventure to somebody who has never seen it?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a given.
Whether you're a kid or an adult, like, you should at least see it. Yeah.
Would you watch it again?
Maybe.
Would you stop and watch it if it's on TV?
Yeah, I would probably stop and watch it while it was on TV, at least to get to, like, the next funny scene,
Exactly why you stop and watch something when it's on TV, especially a comedy.
Yeah, because I don't think I would seek it out.
Right, you're not going, I gotta see if that's on,
Yeah, but I'm not against it. I think more I might stop and watch it if it was on TV.
And are you happy you watched it?
Of course.
All right.
I'm actually, like, again, a little embarrassed of how much I liked it. It was very cheesy,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And stupid. All the bikes riding by with that sad music playing. Oh, his life is over.
I mean, they knew what they were doing with that. Phil Hartman, one of the lead writers on Pee-wee's Big Adventure, too, out there, Simpsons fans. If any of you know how much he had to do with, like, how much Phil had, I had no clue.
Yeah.
So, you know how big Phil is in the Simpsons lore, and Lionel Hutz and Troy McClure and all of that. And I mean, he was a mainstay in the first bunch of seasons and all of that before he died. And then go back and see, oh my God, he was a writer on this, like a head writer on it too. That's hilarious.
Wasn't he in it too?
Yeah, he had a cameo. He was one of the reporters at the end.
That's right. That's who he was.
Talking to Francis.
Yes, and Francis was saying that him and Pee-wee were best friends,
yes.
And Pee-wee lets him sit on his bike and just launches him into space. There was a lot that I just skimmed over in this movie because, again, so much stuff happened. Like, this was one of our longest watches for being one of our shortest movies.
Yeah.
Because I had to keep stopping to write down what was going on because so much had happened.
Oh,
crazy.
Man. It was a good one. I'm glad you liked it. That makes it all the better. I mean, because again, we will rewatch some things that I like. You may not dig. I had fun watching it, but it makes it even better when I had fun watching it. And then you did too.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's right.
I'm glad you liked it. That was cool. Anything else?
No. We'll see what happens next week.
All right.
Yeah. All right, it's time for your thought of the day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day.
Everyone has a different number they use when a quantity needs over-exaggerating.
70 bajillion.
I think it depends on what you're talking about, too.
Yes, that is great.
There was like 10 of them. There was like 50 of them. There was like 1,000,000 of them.
92.7. Like, you know.
I'm going to start picking like an exact number. There was like 981 of these.
Yes. I love when people start doing that, trying to exaggerate. There was like 70 million of them.
Yeah. Yeah, close enough.
Fantastic.
Luke, you going to leave us with a laugh?
I think I know where I'm going. I'm going to do my best.
You know you're not going to leave us with a laugh.
Let's see here. Well, I'm wearing you down, that's for sure.
No.
By the time we get to the end of the next 3 books.
That's why, like, you wanted me to watch Pee-wee Herman's Big Adventure, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, right? Just so I'd just be more in tune with dad jokes.
Wearing her down, gang.
Yeah.
Wearing her down.
Yep.
You know why elevator jokes are so good?
I don't know.
Because they work on so many levels.
That's stupid.
Like
they keep going up? I don't know. Should have guessed that.
What's Forrest Gump's email password?
Oh my gosh, I know it's 1 Forrest 1.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look what she just did. She knows a dad joke.
Just because I know it
Wearing
doesn't mean
down.
I like it.
I have the best joke about nepotism, but I can only tell it to my kids.
So stupid.
What do you call it when Batman leaves church early?
I don't know.
Christian Bale.
That's so stupid. Oh my gosh. Like, really? Really? That's all you...
That gang, that wraps up the 100 greatest dad jokes of all time.
We went through, what, like 2 freaking books?
2 books.
Yeah.
2 full books. Plus
oh my gosh.
countless ones before that, and a ton more I'll be stealing from the internet from now on.
That's right.
So there you go. Huge thank you to Brian in England for the 100 greatest dad jokes for the last 2 dad jokes books. Appreciate you, Brian.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Awesome. Makes my job easier, but we'll go back to the internet now. We can't have him spending more money on postage.
No. Oh gosh. Shipping things over here?
Can't
No
be
way.
doing that at all. All right, that's it for episode 55. No idea what we're doing next week.
No,
which
we
is
never do.
Back to normal, basically.
Yeah.
Check out the YouTube page. I'm going to be updating that really this time. I am.
He's trying.
As I was going through those videos and I'm uploading them, I, listen to clips here and there, and almost every one I landed on the exact spot where I was like, I swear I'm going to get these up on YouTube.
That was months ago.
Months ago. So we're up to episode, I think I said 46.
You're getting there.
On the YouTube page now. And you're going to want to go over to YouTube, give us subscribe, a follow, whatever it's called. Find it, subscribe. Because you got the Sips and Snacks coming soon.
That's right. On Friday.
Whoop, whoop. Looking forward to that.
Yep.
And we'll be back, of course, next
week.
week. Looking forward to that, too. All right. Have some fun this week. Be excellent to each other.
Love you.
Bye.